Okay, we're going to be doing skill sheet number 3 here. This is inspecting the SCBA. We have several components to it here. We have the backpack assembly here. All right. We have our shoulder straps here. We have our waist straps here. All right. We have our remote pressure gauge here. We have our pressure reducer. All right. Then we have our high pressure hose. Comes through the pressure reducer into low pressure. What we have here is our MMR, which is our mask mounted regulator. And within here is what we call our head-up display. All right, this is our purge valve right here, our on and off switch. Down here, we have our universal air connection, which allows us to have an SCBA supply this cylinder if it was to become empty or we have low air. All right, this is our UAC connection. Anytime you're inspecting your SCBA, you want to make sure that you're checking your straps for make sure there's no frays, no wear and tear. That's really obvious. That's going to make it unsafe for you to use. Okay. What's especially important down here is that we don't cross-thread anything when we hook it into the bottle, which we'll do here shortly. But right here is our O-ring. We have to make sure that's basically like a gasket, so we have to make sure that that is in there, so we get a proper seal on that. Over here we have obviously the SCBA bottle itself. These are 45-minute cylinders. This is what our department here uses. We first want to make sure that the bottle is full, which it is here. Down here we have our hydrostatic test date. All right. So what we'll do now is we'll assemble the bottle. All right, and we'll make sure this is going to be operable for us. All right. And again, we want to make sure when we're assembling it, we're not cross-threading it. All right. Sometimes you may want to put a little inward pressure on this, because sometimes it will kind of resist when you're assembling it. There we go. Just a little extra push. Okay, and we just want to hand tighten this, all right? And it's always important, during your truck checks and whatnot, to check this to make sure that it's not loose. We always want to make sure that our waist straps, when we put it back in service, are fully extended. Okay. Down here we have basically kind of a dust cover, which keeps our MMR in here and protects it from getting any dirt or debris, any type of residual mess. Here we have our mask. All right. Again, part of our inspection is checking the face piece itself, make sure there's no cracks or anything like that where the bad elements are going to get in there. All right. We have our straps. Straps are especially important to inspect because over time they can get stretched out, which can reduce the proper seal or effective seal. Over here we have a voice amplifier. All right. Battery changes in here if needed. Just simply push that button. Your green light will indicate that it's on. It helps in environments where it's hard to hear each other. All right. So this is kind of a little benefit sometimes to have. Our nose cup. Again, we want to make sure we properly inspect that for no cuts, frays, holes, or anything like that where carbon monoxide or any of the bad elements resulting from fire, smoke, and whatnot get in there. All right, so this is our face piece. All right. All right, so now what we'll do is we'll test the cylinder. All right. We know we have a full bottle. All right. A remote pressure gauge right here. There cannot be, I should say, any more than 100 psi differential between the two gauges. So what we'll do is we'll give it first a quarter turn. All right. And that's all right. When that type of thing happens, that either means the purge valve's all the way open, all right, or we got to hit simply the on and off switch, or we turn the purge valve back to off. All right, we follow the direction of the arrow. All right. So anyway, we got the bottle's on. Okay. As you can see right there, all right, it's full, matches the gauge down here. All right, so we're good to go. All right. So with that, the bottle, when it's on firefighter, if there's no movement for about 20 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds, all right, it'll start to go into alarm. All right, we just shake the pack. All right. The reset button, we have the yellow button here, which push a couple times. All right, we'll shut it off. All right. The emergency button, alert button, the red button there is if firefighter's lost, trapped, whatever. All right, he's in a mayday situation. This right here is a button that he's going to want to push. All right. We'll activate this right now. Okay, and just simply reset it. Now in a real situation, if this button's operable, you're not going to want to reset it. You're going to want to let it continuously activate. All right, so that completes the assembly of the SCBA and what the major components are of it.